3 miles in, mid-afternoon, your boots have found their rhythm on packed dirt, and the canopy is doing what it always does on this trail, throwing gold-green light across everything. You've hiked this loop a dozen times. There is nothing wrong. Then brush snaps behind you. Once, then again, matching your stride beat for beat. You tell yourself it's a deer, the wind, nothing. You've told yourself this story on this trail before. Then the wind stops, and the snapping doesn't. The birds that were calling a moment ago have gone silent, and the hair on the back of your neck is standing up before your eyes have found a single reason for it. Why does your body sound the alarm before your mind can find a reason? And is that alarm something you can actually trust? This video decodes it, the body's warning system, the forest's warning system, and exactly what to do before contact. The hiker is frozen mid-step. Same golden light, same trail. But something is happening underneath the calm, a pulse of electrical signal, moving fast, skipping everything rational in your brain entirely. Visual data from the retina routes through the superior colliculus and the pulvinar, deep in the midbrain, and slams directly into the amygdala. It bypasses the rational cortex completely. The amygdala fires in as little as 14 milliseconds. Your conscious mind takes 150. That is what causes the goosebumps, the racing heart, the sudden dread with no visible source. These aren't nerves. They are a threat detection system finishing its job before the thinking brain has even opened its eyes. And your gaze detection network is just as fast. Humans evolved wide, visible whites of the eye to read social signals. Cooperative animals need to track where others are looking. That same network reads a hidden stare, even from your peripheral vision. Here is the problem. The same brain that fires this alarm in under 1/10 of a second also contains the one thing in the animal kingdom sophisticated enough to argue itself out of believing it: the prefrontal cortex. It immediately starts building an alibi. It was a deer. It was the wind. Keep walking. Every second you spend arguing with your own nervous system is a second. The thing behind you doesn't have to explain itself. The wind picks back up, but the forest underneath stays dead quiet. No companion chirps, no foraging rustle, just your own breath loud in the absence of everything else. The rest of the ecosystem already knows what your cortex is still debating. A predator moving through the woods is heavy enough to send a disturbance rippling outward through every creature nearby. Trackers call this the plow effect. The baseline songs and companion calls cut out first. That sudden, total silence is the first ring of the alarm. Then comes the second signal. Sharp, staccato alarm calls. Small ground birds bursting upward from the forest floor, scattering fast, climbing hard, the canopy disturbed all at once. This is not a random flush. Something slow and heavy is moving below them, and every bird in the area just received the same message. Then one bird lands on a low branch and doesn't leave. It stares straight down at the ground below it, body angled forward, completely still. This is mobbing behavior. The bird is not trapped. It can fly. It is choosing to track a slow, deliberate ground predator and keep eyes on it. That downward stare is a signal. It is telling you exactly where to look. There is a second signature hiding in the same silence: cadence. A scavenger moves in loud, erratic loops. Its food can't run, so noise discipline doesn't matter. A stalking predator is different. It uses direct register, hind paw landing precisely in the print, the front paw already tested for noise. It pauses dead still the instant you pause. It moves the instant you move. By the time you've correctly read every one of these signs, it has already been running its own assessment on you, your gait, your posture, whether you've noticed anything at all. You've read the silence. You've clocked the alarm calls rising through the branches, but somewhere in that brush, it already ran the numbers on you, and by its math, right now, you're worth the risk. So what actually makes it change its mind? Blue dusk light, a low shape at the tree line, absolutely still, watching. Your hands are trembling. Every instinct in your body is screaming the same thing: run. That instinct will get you killed. Stop moving. This is not panic management, this is risk math. A predator hunts on energy economics. A kill that costs more than it returns is a kill it won't attempt. Your job is to raise the cost. Lock eyes and don't break them. Stand tall, widen your silhouette, open your jacket, raise your arms, speak low and firm, not a scream. A high scream mimics injured prey. The sound you want is an apex competitor claiming territory. Never run. A mountain lion closes ground at up to 40 miles an hour. No human outruns that. Running doesn't trigger escape, it triggers pursuit. Instead, back away slowly. Eyes forward, dominant posture. Find something to put between you and the animal. When the animal closes to 20 or 30 feet, deploy bear spray. Studies of 352 aggressive encounters found it roughly 90% effective, with minimal injuries to the people involved. A projectile deterrent runs about 80% effective, and in those encounters, 56% of the people using it were injured in the process. If contact happens, fight. Target the eyes, the nose, the face. Proving you are more trouble than the payoff is worth is the only way to end a predatory attack. These are the mountain lion stalking behavior signs that demand this response. The correct response is the opposite of every panic instinct in your body, which is exactly why it has to be learned before the moment it's needed, not during it. The standoff is over. The hiker moves again, same trail, same forest, same dusk light, shoulders looser now. Eyes reading the tree line the same way they read the trail surface, not scanning for danger, just watching. The forest is still dark, the hiker is different. 3 things in order. Trust the preconscious signal, it fires before your rational brain catches up, and it is right more often than the alibi your cortex builds. Read the forest's alarm system, the silence, the alarm calls, the birds rising and looking down. Then reclaim the advantage, calm, deliberate, and bigger than it expected. Recognizing the signs is half the system. What's in your pack when the moment arrives is the other half. That conversation is next. Deterrent gear, field-tested tools, what actually works. Subscribe to Gridfall Survival. And if you want the species-specific breakdown on mountain lion encounters, that video is linked here. Prepare, adapt, outlast.